Very good afternoon. Welcome to the midday news on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. All the developing news stories at the top of this hour coming up ahead, including all the news on budget session of Parliament. Here are the headlines first. Coronavirus issue raised in both houses of Parliament. Members discuss ways to tackle COVID-19 challenge. Appeal to people to take precautions. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu says all measures for sanitation are in place. Urges members to come up with suggestions. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu reviews the preparedness against coronavirus at Parliament House complex. Undergoes a thermal screening as Parliament takes precautionary measures. (130 active cases of coronavirus infection in India. Centre approves 2 flights to bring back Indians stranded at Kuala Lumpur airport. Restrictions on passengers coming from EU, Turkey and UK from today. IIT Bombay shuts down campus till 31st of March. More than 1,97,000 people infected worldwide with new coronavirus. Over 7,900 killed. Death toll in Italy crosses 2,500. EU to ban all travellers from outside the bloc. French Open tennis and Euro 2020 football postponed. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talks with Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia on coronavirus outbreak. Highlights need for coordinated efforts to address the global challenge. Leaders agree on video conference among G20 nations like SAARC countries. First up, news on the budget session of Parliament, and Rajya Sabha members raised the issue of coronavirus in the House today. Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi said that the parliamentarians are sending out a good message by their passion and spirit in the wake of coronavirus outbreak. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said that the entire Parliament complex has been sanitized, among other measures to protect MPs and other officials against COVID-19.
Temperature checking is being done at the boom barrier. As a result, there's a huge traffic jam. There are 3-4 people in every vehicle, and there are half a kilometer long queues there. It took me 15 minutes to cross the boom barrier. It should be done at the entry gate. It does not make any elementary sense.
I take note of your point.
And also, what the Honourable Member has said, I fully associate. We are telling the entire country for social distancing, and if we do not do it here, it does not make.
Right.
आज 130 करोड़ हिंदुस्तान के लोगों में एक जुनून भी है, जज्बा भी है कि इस वायरस से लड़ना है. अगर हम इस सदन के अंदर बैठ करके हमारा मिजाज जो है इसमें लड़ने का इस जुनून और जज्बा नहीं दिखेगा और हम उसमें पैनिक करेंगे तो निश्चित तौर से वो देश के हित में नहीं है.
We have sanitized the entire parliamentary complex, just for information. Second, these hand sanitizers have been kept at various places. Third, time to time, all the necessary arrangements also will be made. If, in addition to this, if members have any suggestions, they can convey to the Secretariat or they can convey to the Chairman about the need to take some more steps as far as the sanitation and the required measures are concerned. I leave to the members.
कोरोना वायरस के परीक्षण के लिए दिल्ली और भारत भर में परीक्षण केंद्रों की भारी मांग है. यह वायरस दुनिया भर में फैल गया है और भारत की भारी आबादी को इस संक्रमण का खतरा है. हमें दक्षिण कोरिया जैसे अन्य देशों से परीक्षण मॉडल को अपनाना होगा जो ड्राइविंग इन परीक्षण केंद्रों की तैनाती कर रहे हैं. सरकार को एक वास्तविक समय पोर्टल बनाना चाहिए और इसे कुल राज्यवार सकारात्मक कोविड-19 मामलों के साथ अद्यतन रखना चाहिए. निजी क्षेत्र भी योगदान दे सकता है और सरकार को जल्द से जल्द अधिक परीक्षण केंद्र खोलने की अपनी क्षमता का उपयोग करना चाहिए. 7 मंत्रालयों को पूरे भारत में संगरोध केंद्र खोलने का काम सौंपा गया था. हमारे देश को जल्द से जल्द पूरे भारत में कई संगरोध केंद्र खोलकर चिकित्सा आपातकाल के लिए तैयार रहने की जरूरत है।
In the entire country, not to speak of only in metropolitan cities, even in the remote areas also, there is acute scarcity of soap and acute scarcity of masks and sanitizers, and some unscrupulous sellers, they have taken the advantage of this, taking exorbitant rate from the public. So now my suggestion to the government, and more particularly to the Ministry of Health, to closely monitor the situation in the entire country so that sufficient stock is maintained.
पटना में जो एम्स खोला गया है महोदय, उसमें सही व्यवस्था नहीं रहने के कारण लोग जो है दिल्ली एम्स में आकर के अपना इलाज कराते हैं। और परिवार एवं कल्याण जो स्टैंडिंग कमेटी है, उन्होंने अपनी रिपोर्ट 2018 में जो पेश की थी, उसमें बहुत सारी कमियों को उन्होंने उजागर किया था और उसकी व्यवस्था को सुदृढ़ करने के लिए कहा गया था, लेकिन अभी तक वहाँ की व्यवस्था सुदृढ़ नहीं हो पाई है। मैं आपके माध्यम से अनुरोध करना चाहती हूँ कि वहाँ जो कमियाँ हैं, उस कमियों को पूरा किया जाए।
And earlier on his arrival at Parliament House, Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu took stock of the situation in and around the Parliament House complex in the wake of coronavirus outbreak. He also underwent the thermal screening to check body temperature as a measure to detect the coronavirus at the entry gate of the Parliament House. Akhilesh Suman is now joining us live from Parliament for more updates. Akhilesh, a very good afternoon. Akhilesh, talking about this entire second half of this budget session, of course, we are witnessing that number of bills are being cleared because, of course, it is the budget session and there are a number of budgetary proposals that really need to be cleared in this particular session. But we're also witnessing the issue of coronavirus always, taking the center stage. And today also, in both houses of parliament, we saw this debate and several points also being put forward, and also we saw Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu himself for reviewing the preparedness against coronavirus at Parliament House complex. Tell us more.
You are right, Aswarya, because coronavirus is taking center stage not only in Parliament but in the whole country and all over the world. Though we are not in that numbers as Italy or Iran or even USA had gone, but we are the second largest population and we are densely populated at many points. So our concern must be very, very important so that we can stop the coronavirus from spreading, and that is the concern that is being expressed by the members, and that is why government had taken so many initiatives. If you say that inside the parliament everyone is coming after thermal screening. At many places, that sanitizers, hand sanitizers are kept so that one can clean their hands before entering into any house. Even journalists are being told to clean their hands everywhere. So I think this is a very important measure that you have to take. But you know that this is the biggest legislative body in the whole country, and being the largest democracy in the world, it is the biggest legislative body in the whole world. So we have to be taking utmost measure so that the government should display to the people that we are going normally. We are preparing for the best, but we are not going into panic mode. So I think this is the best message that being given from the parliament. Though members are raising the question about social distancing, but you will see that no member is going out of the house. They are raising the legitimate doubts that is there in their mind, but they are still in the house. They are sitting side by side the other members. So I think this is very positive message that parliament is giving. And in that way, government is also coming and responding, and all the ministers have been stopped going abroad. No minister is going abroad now, and there had been several meetings outside the country. They have been told to cancel. So I think government is sealing the borders in a way that nobody could come and he should infect other people. So I think parliament is in accordance with the need of the hour, and these are the people who are quite connected with the whole of the country, and
Yes.
they are also giving a message to the people that prepare, that you should save yourself, save your people around you, and save your community, so that it should not be a community disease anyway. We are
Indeed,
still
all
in
steps
second.
being taken to ensure that there is no spread of the coronavirus infection in our country, and Parliament, of course, also pitching in with those measures. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates there from Parliament. And in the Lok Sabha also, the MPs raised the issue of coronavirus during 0 hour. Let's take a listen.
कोविड-19 का प्रकोप बुरी तरह से है, जिसमें 140 से ज़्यादा देश जहां प्रभावित हैं, वहीं 2 लाख के लगभग संदिग्ध मरीजों की संख्या है और 7,500 से ज़्यादा लोगों की मृत्यु इसमें हो चुकी है। लेकिन हमारे देश में जहां एक बड़ी जनसंख्या है 130 करोड़ की, हमारी सरकार ने इस पर नियंत्रण रखा है और अभी तक केवल 140 के लगभग हमारे यहाँ संदिग्ध लोग मिले हैं और केवल 3 इंजरी हमारी जो कैजुअलिटी हुई है। लेकिन अभी जो ये बीमारी है इसके अभी बढ़ने के आसार हैं, इसलिए नियंत्रण के लिए और भी सावधानी की आवश्यकता है।
Regarding the Indian students studying in Philippines and other countries, sir, Government of India has banned the entry of passengers from Philippines and Malaysia as a precautionary measures to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Yesterday, around 200 Indian students studying in Philippines were stranded in Malaysia en route to India. Thanking the Ministry for initiating necessary steps to bring them back to the India safely.
And earlier, Rajya Sabha Secretary General Desh Deepak Verma also assured that all necessary precautionary measures are being undertaken in Parliament to curtail the spread of the novel coronavirus. Let's take a listen.
We are in the Parliament House complex right now, and joining us is Secretary General of Rajya Sabha, Mr. Desh Deepak Verma. Sir, welcome to Rajya Sabha Television. Tell us about the preventive measures that the Secretariat has taken in view of coronavirus care.
You see, under the direction of our Honorable Chairman, we have decided to put a regime for preventing coronavirus inside the Parliament also. It begins with the thermal screening at the various gates, which will start for everybody, all the employees, and also about the honorable MPs. This will start. Apart from that, on every gate, the gates where they enter into the outer lobby and the gates where they enter into the Parliament, into the Rajya Sabha, all those points, the sanitizer has been kept with a sign like this, so that people are able to use it. The honorable members can use it. And also within the Parliament, within the House also, we have kept 2 sanitizers on the 2 sides, which members, as and when they wish to, they can quietly rise and go there and sanitize their hands.
So one of the things that Chairman has been repeatedly saying, that there's no need to panic. How are you ensuring that in the Secretariat?
Yes, what we are saying is that we are issuing an advisory even for our employees to say that they should take all precautionary measures, but there is no need to panic, and they have also been advised not to use public transport and as far as possible use their shared transport, shared vehicles. So all this has been done, and this has been told to them that this is all as a matter of abundant caution, and there is no need to panic on this issue, and we should take all these precautions.
Absolutely, sir. Prevention is better than cure. Thank you so much for talking to us.
And the total number of confirmed coronavirus cases in India have risen to 147, and out of these, 130 are active coronavirus cases. There have been 3 deaths in the country so far, including 1 on Tuesday. At 39 cases, Maharashtra is the worst hit state, followed by Kerala. West Bengal also reported its first positive case of coronavirus. An 18-year-old man who recently returned from England tested positive for the novel coronavirus. Meanwhile, yesterday, Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla reviewed level of preparedness to contain the novel coronavirus threat. At a meeting, he discussed the measures the authorities can take up on states bordering Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar. The meeting was attended by Chief Secretaries and DGs of various states. Meanwhile, the centre has also deputed 30 officers of the level of joint secretaries and above to assist the state governments to manage the virus. Meanwhile, the centre has also banned passengers from Afghanistan, Philippines and Malaysia from entering India till 31st of March. The government has also advised people to avoid non-essential travel and has urged the employees of private companies to work from home. And the centre on Tuesday also advised all its departments and ministries to install thermal scanners and set up mandatory sanitizer dispensers at the entry gates of their buildings to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus. And the Indian Railways also cancelled 76 trains in a bid to stop the spread of the coronavirus due to low occupancy on Tuesday. DGCA has also told the airlines to deep clean and disinfect all aircraft in at least once in 24 hours. Meanwhile, the ICMR on Tuesday appealed to all private laboratories to offer testing for the coronavirus free of cost. The Director General of ICMR also said that India was in the second stage of transmission and he hoped that India will hopefully not have the third stage, which is the stage of community transmission. An External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said that the government has approved 2 Air Asia flights for Delhi and Vizag to help the Indians stranded at Kuala Lumpur airport due to the coronavirus outbreak. Media reports said that over 200 Indians, mostly students, are stuck at the Kuala Lumpur airport. And on Tuesday night, Jaishankar also visited the Delhi airport to meet immigration, health, security and airport officials who are responding to the challenge posed by the coronavirus outbreak. And in the backdrop of the coronavirus outbreak, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla on Tuesday also directed various agencies to be vigilant and take necessary steps to prevent panic. He gave the directions to senior officials of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, NDMC, CPWD, CGHS and other agencies while taking a review meeting of the preparedness to tackle the spread of the novel coronavirus in the Parliament House complex and surrounding areas. All right, let's get all the updates from Anu Diwan, who is joining us from the national capital. She is tracking all those developments related to coronavirus very, very closely. A very good afternoon, Anu. Anu, you're tracking those developments related to coronavirus, and we understand now that the number of active coronavirus cases in our country is presently 130. 3 people have died. Tell us more about the numbers, because there are also reports coming in that probably a soldier has tested positive for coronavirus, which is the first case in the army. What more updates you can give us?
Yeah, definitely, Aishwarya. The number of cases, if we talk about in India, active cases, if we talk about, is 130. That means these are people have been hospitalized and are given a treatment for coronavirus. But if we talk about the total number, that is 147, that includes the 122 Indian national plus 25 is a foreign national. Apart from this, 14 people have been discharged and 3 people have expired due to coronavirus. And if we talk about that one person, the soldier which we are talking about, yeah, the case is from the Leh. The case tracks the travel of his father's travel history to Iran. And in February, his father travelled to Iran and was brought back to India. After that, which he was detected positive with coronavirus, and the soldier being in contact with his father was also detected. Already, now the family of that soldier is under quarantine and is being monitored and being tested for coronavirus. Whether the reports of the family are just awaited. And seeing to this also. Seeing the increasing number of cases, the government has decided to constitute a 30 members committee, 30 members for tackling coronavirus situation and coordinating with the states. The team will be including for the joint secretaries as well as the additional secretary level rank officers. They will be coordinating with the states to tackle this coronavirus situation all over the country. Apart from this, many archaeological survey sites of India have been closed down so that a large number of crowds of people don't come to visit these archaeological survey sites of India, and it should be at you can say at home, so that they can prevent themselves from this virus. And apart from this, Railways has cancelled more than 70 trains because of the low occupancy on Tuesday. Seeing to this, even the platform tickets have increased from ₹10 to ₹50 so that less number of people gathers at the platform, and hand sanitizers facilities and other thermal scanning facilities have been instructed by the Government of India to be installed in each and every government as well as other ministries and departments. Also, in the if you say the advisory, the government has said that the officers should, in spite of communicating through papers, or should communicate through email so that they are in less contact with their with their colleagues as well.
Absolutely. So,
Aishwarya?
as ICMR pointed out yesterday, that India is in the stage 2 right now. Of course, there are 4 stages, and the head of the ICMR clearly hoped that we might not have to face the third stage, which is the stage of community transmission. If we take all those precautionary measures that you mentioned, Anu, thank you so much for all those updates there. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi discussed the coronavirus situation with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, on Tuesday. He emphasized on the need for coordinated efforts to address the global challenge arising out of the coronavirus outbreak. A statement from the Prime Minister's office said that during the conversation, Prime Minister Modi mentioned about India's recent initiative to organize a video conference among the SAARC countries. The two leaders agreed that a similar exercise at the level of the G20 leaders under the aegis of Saudi Arabia as the chair of G20 would be useful at a global scale to address the challenges posed by the pandemic. And talking about the global situation now, more than 1,97,000 people have contracted the new coronavirus worldwide and killed more than 7,900 people. On Tuesday, the World Health Organization issued a stark warning to countries, especially in the Southeast Asia. It said that the situation is evolving very rapidly and we need to immediately scale up all the efforts to prevent the virus from infecting more people. 8 of the 11 countries in the WHO's Southeast Asia region have confirmed cases. Meanwhile, China reported just one new domestic infection on Tuesday, but 20 more from people arriving from abroad. And Europe has, of course, been badly hit by novel coronavirus, with the WHO saying that there is a need for bold measures in all European countries, calling the continent the epicenter of the pandemic. Italy, which has registered the most cases outside China at more than 31,500, announced another surge in deaths on Tuesday from 2,150 to 2,503. The country remains in lockdown. Meanwhile, the European Union will ban travellers from outside the bloc for 30 days in a move to seal its borders amid the coronavirus crisis. The measure is expected to apply to 26 EU states as well as Iceland, Norway and Switzerland. UK citizens will also be unaffected. Rather, the ban came as deaths continued to soar in Italy, Spain, France amid a strict lockdown. Meanwhile, the Euro 2020 football competition has also been postponed by a year. And Iran remains the world's third worst affected nation after China and Italy. More than 16,000 people are confirmed as having infected and 988 have died. On Tuesday, 85,000 prisoners, including political prisoners, have been temporarily released to try to combat the spread of the virus. And the death toll from the virus in the United States passed 100 mark and almost 6,000 confirmed cases. The White House is working on an economic stimulus package, with the Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin saying that the administration was looking at sending checks to Americans immediately. The deadly virus has now hit all the 50 US states, as West Virginia also reported its first case of infection on Tuesday. And also, the French Open has been postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Grand Slam event will now take place from 20th of September to 4th of October. It was scheduled from 24th of May to 7th of June. Euro 2020 has also been postponed due to coronavirus outbreak. UEFA said that the football tournament would now take place from 11th of June to 11th of July. The 24-team tournament, due to be staged in 12 nations across the continent, was supposed to be held from this time, but it will be held later. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Midday News. Thanks so much for your time.